Okay, so I have in this problem a 100 kilogram crate, as you can see in the picture, resting on a smooth horizontal surface. So once again, already smooth means that there's no friction. If a towing force of 200 newtons acts at an angle of 45 degrees, and this force is applied for 10 seconds, determine the final velocity and the normal force which the surface exerts on the crate during this interval. So we're going to be using the principle of linear momentum and impulse. So once again, let's write down the givens. The mass here is 100 kilograms. We have the initial velocity of 0 meters per second. It starts from rest. We know this is a smooth surface, so there's not going to be friction. We have the force applied is 200 newtons at an angle of 45 degrees, and this force is being applied for 10 seconds. So with this, we are going to be looking for the velocity after the 10 seconds, right? What's the final velocity? And what is the normal force that the crate, it has over here. So if we do, once again, for auto kinetics, our free body diagram, we're gonna do it for this box. So what forces do we see? Once again, this is in the X and Y coordinates. So we have the normal force acting perpendicular to the ground. We have the weight, and then we have the 200 Newton force at an angle of 45. So notice all forces are constant. So whenever we need to figure out the impulse, we can use, the constant one. So let me apply then the equation right here. So we have, and also we're going to be doing this for different sections because it's a vectors. We're going to do it for the x direction. So we have mass times v1 in the x direction plus the sum of forces in the x dt, right, from t1 to t2 is equals to mass times v2 in the x direction. So with this will then be mass times, they're only moving in the x direction, so v1 plus, and once again notice because all forces are constant, I can use then the sum of forces times the change in time, like that, equals to mass times v2. Of course, all of these ones in the x direction. So plugging them in, notice because we start from rest, that goes to 0. So which forces do I have in the x? Notice what forces do I have in the x? Well, the only force acting in the x will be a component of the towing force. So this will be Fx right there, which is 200 cosine of the angle. So that will be 200 newtons, or 200 cosine of 45 newtons times the 10 seconds. And this is equals to the mass, which is 100 kilograms, times V2, which we are looking for. And if you look from this one, you'll get that V2, it's equals to 14.14 meters per second. Of course, it was in the x direction, but our box is only moving in the x. It's not accelerating in the y direction, so we can simplify it like that. But if our box is also moving in the y, then we'll have to do vectors. Will be, of course, in the I direction, and then the other one in the j direction, and we'll have to, do the magnitude at the end. All right, so using the other equation, or still the same, this is in the y direction. I have mass times velocity 1 in the y direction plus the sum of forces in the y direction times the change in time, and this is equals to mass times velocity 2 in the y direction. So once again, we know out of this one, of course, we can figure out the normal force by doing the kinetics, right? We can do it pretty easy. So add up all the forces in the y direction. We solve for the normal force. It's pretty easy to solve. But in this case, we're solving it through the linear impulse and momentum. So once again, there's another way to solve for the normal force. Pretty easy. Notice it's no is not equal to a mass times gravity, because we also have the y component of the 200 Newton force given right there. But you know, it basically should be like that. So this equation should give us that result. So once again, our box is not moving in the y, so we can cancel out those, and we'll only have here the forces times the time. So we'll have the normal force times the change in time plus over here the 200 sine of 45 minus the 100 kilogram times gravity, 9.81 meters per second square. And out of this, multiply times t, that equals to 0 on both sides. So we can distribute in here, or I mean, well, notice once again, because everything is neutral times 10, we can divide, so this also can kind of go away. And out of here, we do end up with that, as we just explained. The normal force, it's equal, if you just move things around, to 840 newtons. But once again, notice that we did not have to solve it through the kinetics, but we solve it through the linear impulse and momentum terms. So that's how we do these problems. Once again, it's pretty straightforward. We've done this kind of problems before. It's just a different set of equations, but the process is exactly the same.